بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين أما بعد. All praises belong to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who has given us the opportunity to come to His house to perform salah. We ask Allah Azza wa Jal to make this day as a source of blessing for us. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make us part of all the khair that is to be descend on this day and protect us from all types of evil. Ameen ya Rabbal Alameen. As we discuss many supplications of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and the purpose of these supplication is a person he is able to practice this in his life, so that this person can be constantly and continuously be part of the remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now of course, while you are awake and you are able to do things, a person has been prescribed by the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam to recite many things throughout the day, in the morning, in the evening, after certain actions, traveling, going into your car, meeting someone, leaving your house. All of these different types of supplications that have been given to us by Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, so the individual can be constantly in the remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And this constant remembrance of Allah Azza wa Jal, it is making this individual as part of being amongst the muti'een, those who have been counted amongst the obedient servants of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the obedient people of Allah Azza wa Jal. This is why it has been said, كُلُّ مُطِيعٍ ذَاكِرٌ, that every obedient person, he is considered to be the one who is remembering Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So when throughout the entire day you have different opportunities, different scenarios in which you can actually practice these du'as. Now when a person goes to bed at night, when he goes to sleep, then of course this person, he is no longer able to do those things that he is able to do throughout the day. Allah says, Allahu yatawaffa al-anfusa hina mawtiha wallati lam tamut fi manamiha fayumsiku alladhi qada alayha al-mawt wa yursilu al-ukhra ila ajalin musamma. That when people go to sleep, Allah takes out their souls. And now these souls, they are doing and they are part of the things that a person was involved throughout the entire day. And at the end, when the morning happens, there are some souls that have returned into their bodies, and there are other souls that are not returned back into their body. And these are the people that pass away during the night. So there are some people who have given their soul, they go into their bodies, and these people wake up in the morning. So Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam has taught us a very beautiful way to spend our night or to go to sleep at night, so that either you wake up or you pass out or you pass away during the night. Both of these scenarios can be a source of fortune, a source of blessing for you. Bara bin Azib radiyallahu anhu says that I was sitting with the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam addressed me and he said, Ya Bara, إذا أخذت مضجعك, at night when you decide to go to sleep, توضأ وضوءك للصلاة. Before you go to sleep, go and perform your wudu like you make wudu for your salah. This is not the wudu to go and pray. This is the wudu to go and go to sleep. You know, a lot of times a person thinks, oh, I'm going to go to sleep anyway, so I'm going to break my wudu. What's the point of making wudu? No. Going into your bed with wudu brings a lot of blessings in your life. In fact, there is a hadith of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam that a person who dies in a stage of wudu, before he made wudu and he goes and he dies, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives him the rutbah, the status of a shaheed. This is a very great virtue. So Bara bin Adib radiallahu anhu has been told by the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam that when you go to sleep, before you go to sleep, make sure you perform wudu the way you make your wudu for salah. And then when you lie down, start by lying on your right, putting your hands under your cheek, or under your right cheek. And then recite this dua before you go to sleep. Allahumma aslamtu wajhi ilayk, wa fawwadtu amri ilayk, wa alja'tu dhahri ilayk, raghbatan wa raghbatan ilayk, la malja'a wa la manja minka illa ilayk, amantu bi kitabika alladhi anzalt, wa bi nabiyyika alladhi arsalt. And then Rasul alayhi salatu wasalam said that, O Bara, if you were to die at night, mitta al fitrah, you have died in a stage of Islam. On the day of judgment, when Allah will resurrect you, you will be considered as a believer, as a Muslim. And Allah will deal with you as a believer. And if you wake up in the morning, O Bara, you will find your day to be very meaningful. Asbahta nashitan, you will wake up in the morning energetic. You will wake up in the morning with full belief inside you. You will wake up in the morning in a very beautiful way. So Bara bin Azib radiallahu anhu says, after the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam recited the dua, I started to memorize this dua. And I accidentally recited وَبِرَسُولِكَ الَّذِي أَرْسَلْتَ instead of وَبِنَبِيِّكَ الَّذِي أَرْسَلْتَ. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, O Bara, do not recite وَبِرَسُولِكَ الَّذِي أَرْسَلْتَ, recite وَبِنَبِيِّكَ الَّذِي أَرْسَلْتَ. The meaning is the same, the messenger that you have sent, or the prophet that you have sent. But the wordings has to be right when we recite the dua. We cannot just make up there. A lot of times people make kaki. Ibn Hajar al-Asqalani, rahmatullah alayhi, writes in Kitab al-Adhkar that the du'as should be recited the way they have been documented to us by the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. In that you don't have to worry about mudhakkar, mu'annath. In that you don't have to worry about ghaib and mukhatab. It is supposed to be recited the way it is. If someone makes sure and he worries about that, that's fine. But if someone does not worry about it and he just says the way it's mentioned, it is also accepted. He doesn't have to worry about changing those. Because the du'as have manqul. They have been given to us by Allah's Rasul alayhi salatu wassalam, which is from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So the translation of this dua is, Allahumma aslamtu wajhi ilayk. Oh Allah, as I'm going to sleep, I submit my entire body and my face towards you. وَفَوَّضْتُ أَمْرِي إِلَيْكَ, I have submitted my affairs to you. All my affairs of the day and night, they have been submitted. I have no powers over them. وَأَلْجَأْتُ ظَهْرِي إِلَيْكَ, and I have put all of my trust and hope upon you. That you will take responsibility of my affairs. رَغْبَةً وَرَغْبَةً إِلَيْكَ, having fear from your chastisement and having hope in your reward. There is no ability to stay away from bad or to protect oneself except which comes from you, the ability that comes from you. I have believed in the revelation that you have sent and believe in the prophet that you have sent to us. So this is a very powerful dua, and if we can learn it, it's only a few times. You take the dua, you keep it with you in a book, in a notebook, or in your phone, and before you go to sleep, you recite this dua. Every single day, practice it. By the end of the week, you will have it memorized. Right? It's a very famous dua of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam at the time of going to bed, and a very powerful dua that a person, when he will recite this, he will see the benefit. So the sequence has to continue. Wudu, lie down on your right side, and then recite the dua, and then we will see the benefit of the dua in our life. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give us the understanding. We ask Allah azza wa jal to give us the ability to practice and make us part of these blessings that has been descended. Remember, my brothers and sisters, we have to be very mindful of our characters, the way we deal with individuals. All of these du'as will be affected if we are trying to bring a change in our life, right? Like the Prophet ﷺ said, that the best way to spend your night and be part of the people of Jannah is to have a clean heart towards everyone. Forgiving, forgetting about the things that have happened between you and another individual. All of the affairs, we forgive and we forget and we move on. Allah Azza wa Jal takes care of the affairs. But when we take the affairs in our hand, no, I will fix it and I will do this to this person, I will do that to person, then eventually the good deeds that we are performing, those also go away from our life. We ask Allah's protection. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to grant us the ability and the understanding. Ameen ya Rabbal Alameen. Jazakum Allahu khairan. Subhanallah wa bihamdihi. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdik. Wa nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta.